It is. Pig Pants Nameless. I gotta give it props. The stimulant skins looks good. If you want to, you could. These skins are now up for purchase, up for sale. The money that they had, okay, it used to go to something called the War Chest, which would directly fund tournaments, WCS, back in the, well, I say back in the day. It would directly go to the prize pools for the tournaments of the pros. If you buy these skins now, I mean, it will definitely go to Blizzard, and then will definitely go to StarCraft, which is something. And you should consider getting them if you have not done so already. Okay, Darkvoid's actually gonna bother the scout. Okay, he sees that there's no fast pool, it's pretty standard. It's gonna be getting a Reaper, followed by a CC, followed by an Orbital. Decided to squeeze out an extra worker there, okay. Oh, I know why. He said it was only after the Rex was done that he sent the scout. I did send him a little bit earlier, but I'm not as good as Darkvoid. Alright, so what else? Okay, so while this match heats up, let's talk a little bit about Nameless and Darkvoid themselves. If I'm not mistaken, Darkvoid, they've actually played before in a tournament setting. They played during the Singapore SC2 Online #1, where Darkvoid 2-0 Nameless and then beat him 2-1. So, somewhat evenly matched, although Darkvoid does have the score advantage. Darkvoid is 4-1 in tournament map scores, so the ones I know. Okay, we've taken a lot of risk, but ultimately is able to get out alive simply because the Lynx were not able to do that damage. There is a Marine out to counter any sort of ultra early Ling aggression. Rex is getting a reactor, Factory will be there at the same time. Almost certainly they're gonna swap. The Reaper not able to prevent the third base from coming up. And Overlord's just moving out. So yeah, theoretically Darkvoid is, I mean, he's the favorite in this particular match, but you know, anything can happen. Nameless has beat him before. Nameless is a pretty good Zerg. Nameless was actually the first co-caster. I say the first caster player I had. He helped cast part of the Singapore SC2 Online #1. Casted most of Group A. Okay, so here comes the Reapers. Seen very clearly by the Overlord. Lings and Queens getting in position, getting some nice early damage on the Reaper. Yeah, Reaper's gonna heal back. Nothing really at the third base gate. Lings are coming back. Such a dangerous position for Darkvoid. If the Lings were properly spread, well, either they could have caught these guys and killed them, or the Lings would have taken terrible damage and it'd all be for nothing. BC on the way. Pretty standard. This is so weird, like seeing the Protoss symbol. I'm gonna guess this is a default. The Protoss symbol on this starport is just so weird. Okay, the patrol force hanging out on the very edge of creep. If these creep tubers move, they'll be intercepted. However, that has not happened just yet. There's no scan either. Does the Nameless know about this? Well, yeah, because of the Overlord. Okay, fine. Queens, the third. Okay, the drone count is pretty okay for Nameless. What's his tech choice? Okay, a Roach Ward and a Hive. Creep to connect all the bases. Okay, some pretty heavy losses in exchange for a couple of creep tubers. It's a matter of opinion on whether it's effective or not. Overlord here, like, I hate these perf spots. Like, you can see everything. You see what's in the wall, you see what's moving out. I really hope they remove this in the next map. I just want to see what happens and how Zerg has to respond to it. Darkvoid skipped. Okay, so we're gonna have to see where this BC teleports to. Yep, it's gonna teleport to the third. There is the Hellion attack force is here, but there are a lot of queens. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna be a combined BC Hellion attack, but the BC taking a lot of damage, and you cannot afford to lose this BC. Like the whole reason you have the BC, that the BC not supposed to die, but at the same time the Hellion's taking a lot of damage. BC might actually go down, some might go. Almost, it gets some pot shots out, only one Hellion survives, and at the end of the day, SCV's actually rallied out. This has to be a mistake. BC very, very wounded. Only on its last bar, it's gonna fly back home. Take out this Perverlord while it's at it. It's very generous of Darkvoid, giving a couple of SCVs to Nameless. Is he continuing BC production? Yes, okay, so it looks like Darkvoid is doing what he did in every other game. Mech. Hellion Cyclone mech to be precise, that kind of mobile battle mech. The question is whether Nameless... Has Nameless identified it? That's the first question. Not yet, Nameless has not yet scouted the main. He should. Okay, maybe we can get to cancel some cube tubers. Actually cancels the cube tuber by AoE. But okay, Corruptor's on the way to deal with the BCs. That's certainly an option. But you need Infestors, like now. Both for the BC and for this battle mech. Like, Infestors allow you to duel the BCs, pull them into close range, and let your Corruptors gun it down. They also allow you to fungal the mech units to allow the roach. Okay, something's getting in here. I mean, now he knows his battle mech. This is the same thing that eliminated him in previous tournaments. Inferno pre-igniters and backfield accelerators being done. Okay, the roach push is here. Not that many roaches. But there's not that many Hellions either. Caustic spray being used on this. BC being teleported in. Very, very confident that the BCs can take this. One BC is going to need to be mass repaired. It is just enough. The other BC not firing. Okay, this is really bad. Yeah, Corrosive Ball is going to take down it's going to take down a lot of SCVs. Was this not played on Game Hard? Okay, one BC goes down. Reinforcements are here. Darkvoid has a tiny army supply relative to Nameless. The other BC is getting repaired, but it is not enough. There's nothing on the high ground. Nameless takes the first game. Okay, while we load in the next game, I would like to take the opportunity to talk about YouTube. All of the games that you see here will be uploaded on YouTube. The name of the channel is just my username, Redgunnerguy, one word. You know, we do have viewer submitted replays. We do have series for the Singapore SC2 Online 1 and 2. We also have a new series I'm doing, which is How to Play StarCraft and Introduction Guide. Okay, but back to the games. So if you're out there, please do check out my YouTube channel as well. And subscribe for more content. You know, having subscriber numbers, views does motivate me to help make new stuff. I will talk about that later, but first, the next game. It will be on Eternal Empire. There, done. I wonder whose map pick was this. I have no idea. I was not in the videos and all of this. Spawning at the bottom side of the Eternal Empire. Currently down a game. It is the guy serving NS, Darkvoid. It was serving LS during the tournament, but he enlisted shortly thereafter. And his opponent, beating Darkvoid with a Roach Copter attack. I believe he's studying uni. It is Pink Pants Nameless. Okay, well that's one way to deal with, I mean that is one way to deal with Battlemech, which is to just bludgeon them before they are able to, you know, before they're able to build that critical mass. Because the thing that's irritating about Battlemech is that once it starts trading out on their terms, it is so cost efficient and cost effective that Zerg, I mean you're then forced to replace your losses while Terran is allowed to tech up. Because the thing about Zerg, you're either making drones for economy or units for army. Hellion Cyclone allows Terran more or less to expand as he or she chooses, while forcing the Zerg to stay more or less on the same drone count. Of course, Darkvoid, rather Nameless, did hit before that critical mass was ready, which is what allowed him to, you know, win that game. If there were siege tanks, if there were more Hellions, no, he had a good deal of Hellions. If there were more Cyclones, the Roach Hydra, no, the Roach Ravager, Corruptor Count would not be able to swan them, but he hit at a good timing and knocked it all away. Knocking Darkvoid down a map. Okay, despite all that, Darkvoid is going for the exact same thing. He's not going for any proxy racks shenanigans, which I think it was Cyril who was complaining was too strong, or Reyna, one of those guys. But when they complain it's too strong, it means that they lose maybe 1 out of 5 games due to it. These guys are the rest of the world. Actually, I'm curious, what announcers are they using? I would not be surprised if Darkvoid is using the. That's disappointing. He's using the. Okay, so Nameless is using the default announcer.
SCV ready.
I think he's using the default announcer at least. Darkvoid, let's confirm it. Let's see what this Reaper gets. Okay, Lings are here to intercept. Is he gonna get the drone this time? No, he does not. Very good extractor save. Third base already on the way for Nameless. Okay, enough of this. Let's go back to all vision. Overlord perf spot again. Maybe we should just rally by Marine here next time. Get some pot shots off at least. Okay, the Reaper has failed to do any of its objectives. It's failed to get a kill. It's failed to stop the creep. It's failed to delay the third. But this doesn't mean you just suicide your Reaper. No. The Reaper can still be used for a lot of scouting. I mean, if suddenly you see roaches, you know something's up. Although the chances of there being roaches at this stage of the game is next to 0, given that the third base is already up. Okay, he's gonna hop into the main. Okay, he's gonna try to do his best to avoid the queen. Probably gonna try at least go down with at least 1 kill. No, but spends more time fighting the queen, and the Reaper cannot 1v1 a queen. Lings are coming up. Reaper's gonna hit down. Might actually get out, but it stops. Is there a queen here? There is not a queen here, but the Lings are catching up real fast. Speed is down. Reaper goes down. Not a single kill made, but at least a complete scout done. More Hellions on the way. Really standard from any player. You should going down in a pretty interesting location. So, despite losing to this, Darkvoid is gonna try the exact same thing. Okay, there is a drone here. Nope, there's only an extractor here now. Okay, a good number of Lings are enough to chase these Hellions away. I mean, Ling Hellion numbers are some of the more important ones. It's interesting. Nameless has chosen not to wall off here, but this decision. Maybe he wanted more space to do wraparounds. Okay, but if we actually look at this, the vision for both sides is, well, Nameless is better vision, but it's not as uneven as it normally is, or that I'm normally used to seeing at least. Okay, what's this? Roach Ward is coming down. Nameless has no idea about the BC. Does he have any idea about the BC? No, he saw the BC and Overlord must have got in there. Okay, spores are coming up right now, so I assume he knows the timings better than me at least. More Hellions on the way. The question is where this BC gonna go. I would think that this map is a bit more favored for BC due to this huge dead space over here. It's a good place for it to hide. Okay, there goes those Hellions. Try to go after the Queens, but is unable to. This is that epic music. Oh, there are a lot of Zerglings here. One drone finally gets roasted after all this. But a good number of Queens too. Spire on the way. BC choosing to chase away the Overlord rather than TP across the map. That's teleport on toilet paper. There are spores, there are Queens. There are Hellions. Okay, Hellions are going to be pushed away by the Roaches. The Hellions cannot take the Roaches on in an efficient trade. More fighting here. Okay, the BC I think just flew over. Okay, so one BC on the way. No, yeah, one BC is on the way. Okay, pushing back some creep there and something. Okay, but he wants to be careful. Like, he can take an efficient fight against these Queens. But he probably doesn't want to. Or rather, he doesn't want to take this fight. Okay, not bad against the creep tuber. Denying creep down on the, let's see, 5 o'clock position? No creep there. 2 SCVs heading out across the map. Again, like why? What are these SCVs for?
We finished that add-on. Nice.
Oh, nice!
SCVs! They're under attack!
Yeah, what is this about to these SCVs? Nothing. He just gave away 2 SCVs. Okay, so it's interesting. So Darkvoid is playing with the In Control Announcer pack. Which I absolutely approve of. Rest in peace, Jeff. Zerg is, I still don't know what announcer pack is playing on. We'll have to wait. I'm gonna assume it's default, because if it's default, it's just a bunch of gargling. Okay, so creep is being re-established at 5 o'clock pretty aggressively. A significant roach army is being pushed out. Where are the corruptors? Okay, looks like Nameless is doing the exact same build. Although it's not as close to the front line as it is. There are now tanks out, missile turret going up. Niggas are gonna attempt to break through here, but Darkvoid has it perfectly walled off. Okay, because of the missile turrets, because of the tanks especially those tanks, Nameless can't just charge it here. It's too risky. Risky. All the roaches will be pulverized. Oh, the Hellions! Oh, the wall is open. The Hellions have gone for a drive-by elsewhere. This is a tough fight. Okay, but an Overlord does see the Hellions, so Nameless is aware that there is a threat coming from one of his side bases. I don't want to call this a siege because nothing's really being denied. Okay, no, not yet Blue Flame Hellions. Blue Flame ready? Okay, Blue Flame is on the way. Now let's run into some Queens. They should not be engaging those Queens. Okay, going after the drones would at least do something. Okay, so quite a few workers going down, at least 4. And the Hellions still alive, although I don't think they're gonna be getting that much more. One more shot, maybe get one more. Okay, so about 5-6 workers going down. Total of how many workers have died? A total of 12 workers have died. It's pretty impressive from previous run-bys too. But you look at the supply, Nameless is ahead. He's ahead in upgrades. Ahead in workers as he... No, wait, he's not. Okay, the Corruptors are sharking down from the bottom front flank. Yamato is only just started, it's not done. Okay, the Corruptor's not in position. And before the Corruptors can loop around this backfield accelerator, forces, oh no. That's what I was talking about, like you could just lock on, disengage for the rest of eternity. and Zerg is forced to make these units in order to have a hope of surviving. Because if you just like drone up, this army will start not whacking army, it'll start whacking bases. I believe that these battle cruisers still have the teleport option on, so it could probably out for harass. Might take down a base, which is nice, good pick off. Okay, how does Darkvoid want to engage? Running forward, okay, I'm not so sure about this. Okay, now the BCs have reached the fourth base of the Terran. Some of the Cyclones are being caught on the retreat. BCs do take quite a few kills. Yamato is not yet done, but the army of Dark is technically being pushed back, but it was a harassing force after all. The Corruptor Flock is flying in to deal with this. Will he? I was gonna ask whether it's gonna Yamato, but no. Okay, these Lynx have a nice pickup. They're able to catch a good number of the retreating Cyclones, but they're gonna come under the protection of the BCs and the tanks, which do equal amounts of damage. Okay, so his solution to this, he's gone for Swarm Host, which works against traditional mech play, the more static tunnel mech, but it doesn't work as well against this kind of battle mech simply because of how mobile it is, and he catches it too. Yep, a few locals gonna get down. Okay, the reinforcing army is gonna come back, but all Terran needs to do is retreat. Not retreating as efficiently as he could. Okay, the Corruptors, like this is an odd situation. Like the Corruptors want to catch the BCs and kill them. They cannot do that if the Hellions nearby, Hellion Cyclone nearby. At the same time, the BCs want to get on the Roaches and kill them, but they can't do that if the Corruptors are nearby. So it's this weird, like almost four-way diagram of what is what. Another knight is coming down. Okay, there's a scan. He sees it. The amount of damage the Cyclone does, it could just like lock down and like just leave. Oh, might even be able to pick off a Corruptor or two. That's 100 gas apiece. A very efficient trade for Darkvoid, but is he staying too long? Okay, the Lynx are trying to get a wrap around. They might. Is the door open? It is currently. The ramp is closed. All of the Hellion Cyclones are being picked off. The ramp is open. Reinforcements are flooding out of the gate, attempting to save those forces, but every single one of the original hit and run force is dead. A pretty nice pick off for Nameless. Yamato cannons being fired at something. Oh, Corruptors. Okay, he needs to replenish his Corruptors. He is doing that. Infestors are down. Oh, but Infestors are getting picked off by the... Okay, good Fungal Growth, but the main army is not able to catch it. Swarm Host coming out in the base of VCs. The Nidus goes down. Now the Nidus goes up, but the Terran army loops down at the bottom. Okay, it forces the Terran army to fight these Locusts instead of the main army. I think these Swarmers should just run the heck back home. But the base here is getting whacked, but it's not enough DPS to nuke it down. Terran is expanding at an alarming rate. Like, based on what I can see in this particular match, Nameless is getting better at dealing with Darkvoid's Hellion Cyclone, but he hasn't perfected it. He needs more Infestors. Hell, it would be so cool if he had, again, this is a replay, if he had like dual the BCs and then Yamato. I think there's Thor's back home? No Thor's. Okay, a lot of factories down. The sound of another terrifying Nidus coming up. Although it's closer to... But see, here's the problem. Zerg isn't really... Like, Zerg has not been able to saturate this base. At all. Well, here comes some as I say that. But it's not as efficient as it was, and this army is able to just like keep it off. More reinforcements coming in to join this almost death ball. Where are the Infestors? Oh, he doesn't have any. I mean, maybe the Infestors all just died. All the Queens are gonna go Now this is an awkward position for, well, Nameless. There's nothing on the retreating end. The locusts are forced to use their swarm host, or rather the swarm hosts are forced to use their locusts to try and like deal with this army. At the same time, a BC drive flyby is happening. How are upgrades? Fairly even actually, but slightly in favor. Okay, it looks like a death push on both. So there's a lot of workers going down at the natural of Nameless. I mean, Darkvoid with just a couple of tanks was able to defend what he was. Oh no, the corruptors, they're flying right on top of the. These are losses that he cannot take. The two sides of the army hitting exactly what they wanted. The BCs might go down, but I think at this point Darkvoid might just give him up. No BC still alive, TP'd out. Army supply now a hit for the Terran. The swamp was not able to. I mean, I gotta give props to Darkvoid's defense. He was able to deflect and see this base just how quickly it goes down. Zerg is on 3 base. No, Zerg's on 2 base. Terran is on 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fully mining bases? Almost fully mining bases. He's got a 6th base, he's got a 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th backup base at home. Copter Shaki around, I don't think it's good. I actually don't know when it's good to have them out there. It allows you to spawn, but it also allows them to be caught by the Hellion Cyclone Force. Okay, Caustic sprays down the new base, scans to see if there's an army there, but the main army is here. Okay, the Locusts are gonna keep this Terran army out of the 3 units, but once those 3 units are dead and Locusts are on cooldown, Darkvoid pushing the score back up to 5-2. Yes, that was a best of 3. But I'm talking about an overall score. Okay, while that happens, while I set up the next match, I would like you to, if you are watching, if possible, to follow me on Twitter. It is Twitter at Redgunnerguy. I will post when I'm live. And almost everything here is esports related. It's like StarCraft related. So if you're a fan of StarCraft, do join us there. Okay, so going to the last game, it's going to be on Simulacrum, which means that we got to see all of our, I would say, traditional maps. I wonder who vetoed what. That doesn't matter right now. The 3 traditional maps, Simulacrum, Nightshade, and Eternal Empire. There's also Zen, but nobody plays on Zen. So, spawning in the top, well, in Uptown Simulacrum. Currently on match point, it is Darkvoid. As opponent on Downtown Simulacrum, also on match point, it is Nameless. Singaporean Terran against a Singaporean Zerg. Once this is all said and done, or rather, okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about Darkvoid because I know him a little better. I'll get to name this in a bit. For Darkvoid, he's actually, just entered NS. And see, here's the thing, so is CXO. Based on my calculations, both Darkvoid and CXO should POP, passing out parade, done with basic military about the same time. They'll have a week of break. I want to organize either a best of 5 or a best of 7 between them to just see whose skills have rusted more. Darkvoid is considered to be the better player and they know each other in person. And I want to torture them a little bit and make them play around on the Carbons mod. But that's for the future. They'll probably be in April, May, kinda depends. Darkvoid like just enlisted, so that's a separate thing. To both sides going for a perfectly standard build. Now the other thing about Nameless, he helped a lot in the first tournament, so shout outs to him here. Hope that he's enjoying playing. I mean, not specifically getting Hellion Cyclone every game, but in general. I mean, I've seen enough of Darkvoid's games to know that he is gonna attempt the same thing. Because it works, like, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Overlord getting to that perf spot, Marine on the way. I mean, the Marine will come out, but yep, Overlord actually turning right on time in order to maximize what it can see, but minimize the chance. Now it's down to 0. Okay, Reaper is out. Bit of skirmishing. Drone actually pulled to the furthest middle patch. I mean, Nameless knows that Darkvoid wants these drones. But any drone damage is good. The P45 pistols firing off. Is the Reaper gonna die? No, the Reaper lives. P45 dual pistols. They used to have, well, they still have KDX grenades. It used to be, now it's the anti-personal grenade. Last time it used to be the anti-armor one. And if you played Wings of Liberty back in the day, Reapers did bonus damage against buildings, but it was only used for cheese. Of course, Reapers back then, you needed a freaking tech lab to build it. You can also get nitro boosters, which will make the Reapers go slightly faster, although no one got them, except for cheeses. I wonder what Beyond would be able to do with Wings of Liberty Reapers. Like against Wings of Liberty Zerg, but that's not the point. In the end, the Reaper actually getting a single kill, so more than the previous game. SCV production, Nameless, and hidden workers as he should be. The Reaper gets picked off by the Lynx. These stimulant Lynx being able to sink their Terran made claws into the Reaper. Yep, Hellions exactly the same. Yep, Fusion Core exactly the same. I'm gonna stand. Okay, so let's take a look at this. It's interesting that Nameless never went for mains this entire series. I don't know if that's because he feels it's useless. There's a better reason. Mains are a tough one to play against Hellion Cyclone simply because it really depends if your units catch, if the mains get a connection. If the mains don't get a connection, Hellion Cyclone will gun them down. Will missile and fire them down before they actually do anything. You've just wasted a lot of gas. But if they do get the connection, especially with Fungal, I mean, that was one of Salvo's responses against this when people tried to use it. Okay, the Hellions have driven on creep. They're able to get a creep tuber, and they drive right off, although they're still right under an Overlord. The first BC, I believe, is out. No? No, it is not. My mistake. Okay, the Fusion Core is done. The BC is on the way. Good micro, keeping as many of the Hellions on as high health as possible while reducing that of the Queen. And I say that one goes down. I mean, this kind of damage is nice, but it's not really that significant to what comes later. I mean, I'm not gonna oversell and say, oh, this is the most critical engagement. It's not. No scans being used just yet. Spawn crawlers on the way. I don't know if Nameless scouted it, but he probably knows. Darkvoid does the exact same thing every single game. Where the heck the hell did it go? Okay, they're being driven off. Spire also coming down, same timing. It's kind of funny since Nameless Darkvoid did this exact same thing game 1. Nameless won. Roaches. But Darkvoid Nameless did the exact same thing game 2, and I sincerely believe because Nameless had Darkvoid had tags, he could not engage that critical moment. Okay. Evo chamber coming down. Hellions shocking around at the top. Not too much vision on the part of Darkvoid though. But he's got some. He's got that Hellion patrol squad, and as long as he micros it well, especially off creep, it's gonna be dire impossible to chase. I mean, that's the thing. When you're going for roaches, you're making less lanes. Might actually be able to get a queen here. Yep, actually gets a queen. Okay. Transfuse goes down on the other, but it is not enough to save. Oh wow, that's awkward. Here comes the BC. 3 queens versus 4 queens against the BC is quite significant. Can we zoom out a bit? Yep, so, okay, finally using the zoom function. You can see that these Hellions are cleaning up the creep on the other side while the BC is getting a lot of free damage. Okay, the queens are now chasing it away. And the ground strike force has rendezvoused with the fleet. But the Zerg is calling in their own air forces. The Corruptors are going to take the skies. Meanwhile, behind all of this, Darkvoid has taken the third base. He is in a pretty... Okay, he's on even footing with the Zerg economically. More creep tubers coming down. Not able to deny the base, but there is an escape route down here. The BC is... Where's the BC? The BC flew all the way home or tell him? Yeah, I had to fly, right? Because... Okay, so here comes that counter attack. Are there tanks set up? There are tanks, they're not set up. Okay, but this beautiful wall, it forces the roaches to attack this instead of the main army, giving the tank just that little bit of extra time to set up. Beautiful. Oh, run by into the main. They're not playing this on the board. Okay, they are. 4 workers going down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, get 11. Can we get a 12? Can we get a 12? Can we get a 12? Okay, they're going to the main base. The workers are already scrambling to save their hires. 13 now going down, probably the queen too, especially once you get this mass fire. Corruptors are here, but Corruptors ain't gonna do shit against them. Everything is barbecue. What? Salt star and stuff. You can probably smell it from here. Okay, and these barbecue cars are gonna be sent back to the pit. 22 workers down. That's gotta be an F, right? But again, good work on the part of Darkvoid. How is Nameless gonna respond? He is way ahead in army supply. But this is a really, really hard position to engage into. Maybe if he comes down by the bottom. There's like a soft underbelly here. Although getting up this ramp has its own issues. One Hellion going down, not too much. Much. All those roaches, all those savages. Are you really gonna engage here? The missile turrets, the cyclones. He does have a flank that could come in handy. Okay, here comes an engagement down on the front. Yamatos are going off somewhere. But Nameless's attack is just being deflected. Like, that's the thing, the Ravagers can not really get in position. Okay, might be able to get 2 attacks with this. Okay, okay, a lot of good corrosive balls landing. Like, that was about to be like a disastrous, like it cannot make an attack. Like, phew. But those corrosive balls, 2 tanks and 5 workers dead, and the workers not yet getting back to work, nor are they repairing. Okay, these Corruptors right outside the next base. If Dark attempts to lift up, they're gonna go. Okay, catching a few of his units out. Nameless has decided to go for a more macro. 12 workers going down. What the? It had to be a run by somewhere. 12 workers going down. Okay. Okay. Caustic spray taking down the backup base. This does put Darkvoid in an awkward position. He has no other base on the way, so he's gonna have to rebuild it. Because, see, that's the thing. It's 3 base Terran against 4 base Zerg, and even though Zerg has less workers, Terran is mining so inefficiently. Okay, here comes another scuffle. There is a flank, but the tanks are protecting the flank. But here's the problem, like, Nameless is on a ticking clock. once the CC is done, oh my god, look at these factories. Once the next CC is done, it's done. Okay, the caustic spraying, attempting the caustic spray down the main base. Will it be enough? I think it will be. It's a lot of DPS, not enough Marines. Okay, but here come the BCs. Take some revenge. They're also ground anti-air as well. Might be able to move the BC, maybe even take it down. Or one BC goes down. At the same time, another counter attack by Darkvoid up in Nameless's third base. Small crawlers are here to add to the defense. There was a base here, it's gone. Okay, so Darkvoid is, so it's a 3-base Terran. 3-base Terran? I swear there's another CC down somewhere. Whatever, it's a 2-base Terran against a 3-base Zerg. This base is really everything of Nameless because this is that one mining base. Whereas this base for Darkvoid is key as well. Even more so because of the sheer number of SCVs mining from it. And that's the problem. Once the next base, this one flying over here, gets set up, Darkvoid will be unquestionably ahead economically. And if anyone's studied economics, look at that chart. It will not look pretty. Unless you're Terran. Yeah, this is basically free damage for Darkvoid. There are no more copters on the way, I don't know about that. He needs infestors. Okay, Vipers aren't really gonna help. But he needs infestors to deal with this. Or he needs to do, like, look, he either needs infestors or he needs Raider style run-bys. I've never actually seen Raider deal with this particular style as far as I've seen. 6 SCVs going down, what the heck? I would assume, okay, these guys are wounded, I assume there was some kind of run-by. I mean, that's the kind of moves that will help slow down Terran, but again, it's this base. Also, he's taken another base here. Okay, Terran is now unquestionably ahead economically, double expanding. The few workers taken down. Okay, so here's the thing about Mailings, yeah, if you can get a connection, wonderful. But without fungals, you can't. This here is too heavily defended. This base is coming up as a planetary, and so already is the one down here. There are BCs. Oh, there's a freaking BC sentry over here. Like this is next level job security. I gotta admit. Okay, another engagement happening. The Bailings are attempting to roll forward, but they are forced to pull back. They're not gonna take an inefficient trade. The armies need to engage at the same time. There might be some hope. But this Terran death force is a bit too big. Even the ones by the south are not enough. Okay, the Bailey connections do take out a chunk of the army, but too many are left standing. Furthermore, I would like to point out that Darkvoid's upgrades are significantly ahead. Simply because if you look at it right now, it's 1-1 to, no, it's 2-2 to +1, and +1 range for Zerg hasn't even started. Nameless is just hemorrhaging units at this point. These Bailings have not really done anything noteworthy. I wonder how Dark deals with this. I know how Cell does. Or Cell used to. Okay, Nameless taking up more bases. But can he, I mean he's taking bases, that's nice, but can he defend what he already has? I wonder what Darkvoid's plan is here. He's maxed out. He's got to those bases. These corruptors, I think they were here to, oh no. Like, Nameless isn't maxed. He's got a gas bank. Limited minerals though. Okay, I think this is it. I think Darkvoid is just going to be suiciding wave after wave of units in an attempt to just starve Nameless out. Of course, he still wants to trade as efficiently as possible. But this is a modern day siege. Okay, Link's coming in from the rear, but the... oh gosh, is he gonna catch the corruptors too? Okay, no. Thankfully, the units are a bit too busy fighting the Links. I mean, if they were Bailings, nope, Nameless taps out. He knows he's too far behind. GG. And Darkvoid in the tournament moved on to the winner's bracket to face